Hi, boys and girls. We're back for day 5. If you haven't seen the 4 videos that come before, make sure you watch those before you watch this one. We're going to do the nail. Benjamin, called Eli, have you heard? Jesus is to be crucified. No, cried Benjamin. He's done nothing to deserve that. Eli frowned. My father says only the worst criminals are put to death on a cross. Benjamin went inside and sat in a dark corner of the house. He did not want to talk or even think about the sad news. But in his mind, he could see the evil men hurting Jesus. I must go, he finally said aloud. It's partly my fault. I can at least be there. I can pray for him. Where are you going? Asked his mother as he opened the door. To help a friend, he said. She nodded and touched his cheek. So Benjamin climbed the hill and found a large spike. It was like those used by the Romans to nail criminals to crosses. He tucked it in his tunic and continued on. 3 crosses stood at the top, but he did not focus his eyes to look upon his friend. He noticed a small group of people apart from the larger crowd. He knew they were Jesus' friends. He sat near them and bowed to pray. But the only words that came out were, I'm sorry, God. I'm so sorry. This is our gold or dark yellow egg, and it has the nail. These 3 nails have been put together to look like a cross. They remind us of a very, very bad day. We've got more eggs too. The die and the spear. Benjamin watched as the soldiers gambled for Jesus' clothes. He tried to shut his ears to their cruel remarks. Finally, he forced himself to look up. Benjamin looked into Jesus' eyes and saw such sorrow and pain that it cut to his heart. But he also saw love. And like before, Jesus looked at Benjamin. Surely this was his way of saying all would be well. Perhaps he'd even do a miracle. But instead, the sky turned dark, and Jesus cried out, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. The ground shook, and Jesus breathed his last breath. Benjamin was stunned. Jesus was dead. As if in a dream, Benjamin heard the people move about. He saw a soldier pierce his friend's side with a spear. The people hurried to take down the cross and the bodies before the Sabbath began. Soon they were gone, and he was alone. He picked up a stone the soldiers had gambled with and looked at the dark sky. Why had God allowed it? Later that night, he opened his treasure box and placed the nail, the gambling stone. Inside, he took out his collection. It seemed so valuable when he believed Jesus was the king. But now, the strange items only filled him with unbearable sadness. Let's look at 2 more eggs today. Our teal one and our dark purple one. In the teal one, we have a die, like the ones the soldiers gambled with. And in our purple one, the spear, to remember that Jesus was pierced. Make sure you come back for day 6 tomorrow. We're not done with this story.